I just got my money stolen of me by Change.org. I want to tell you, there was this new petition on the website called Change to get feminists out of the mainstream media, and I put money towards it in support of it. And in less than 24 hours, Change.org removed the petition from their website, and they ran off with the money I donated towards it. So what happened was, one of the members of the Pro-Male Collective created this new petition. The petition was called Ban Feminists from Entering the Mainstream Media and Positions of Power. And members of the Pro-Male Collective all agreed, we need to support this petition, sign it, and share it around on social media. One other member besides me even donated money towards it. Because when you donate money to a petition on Change spreads the petition around to a certain number of new people. So I donated money to it as well. I donated roughly the price of an indie game towards this petition, so that this way we could really spread the petition around, get it out there, and get the ball rolling on signatures. But less than 24 hours from all this, Change.org removed the petition from their website. If I try to go to the petition now, the site just gives me this message saying the petition isn't available, with one of the possible reasons being it violated their community guidelines. Now I'm telling you, this is the site removing the petition and showing you they have a feminist bias. The petition opposed feminism, so therefore the site removed it. The site says it violated their community guidelines. Now I can't show you the petition, but I read it myself, and I can tell you, there was no violation being committed. The petition just linked to articles showing examples of feminists lying in the media, and showing feminists affecting laws to avoid charging women for crimes. And also the petition listed off many ways men are discriminated in society. The petition was well written. It just stated out facts. It wasn't offensive. There was no swearing in it at all. The only way Change.org could remove this is if they have a feminist in charge and they are plucking any petition that opposes feminism. This is really troubling for many reasons. Right now, wanting feminists out of the mainstream media and the legal system is a justifiable position for men to hold, simply out of self-defense. Because too many feminists have been caught lying in the media, falsely reporting cases, and spreading false statistics around in order to erode the rights of men. A good example of this is the Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard case. The entire mainstream media controlled by feminists now just kept lying that Amber Heard was a victim of violent abuse from Johnny Depp and ruined Johnny Depp's reputation, while refusing to report any evidence that Amber Heard was in fact the violent abuser against Depp. Now, this is bad, but another example that is even worse than this is the Cyprus rape case. A few years ago, a 19-year-old girl was convicted of falsely accusing a group of minor-aged teen boys of gang raping her. And there were DNA tests that proved that she falsely accused these boys. However, the media, especially the BBC, kept reporting her as a victim of rape, and feminists protested on the streets to have her conviction for lying be overturned by the courts in Cyprus. The feminists and the media won her appeal, and now these boys are being stalked and vilified as rapists. There is too many examples like these for me to list, where feminists just lie in the mainstream media to vilify and harm men in society, and then they get their way in the legal system. Feminists in the media even call for the abolishment of women's prisons, and also feminists are reframing women that murdered their husbands as victims of coercion, so as to get these women's murder convictions removed. Feminists are empowering women's right to kill men and also to abuse men. They empower this through the media and through legislation. And all of this is what makes it so justifiable now to want feminists removed from the mainstream media and from any power over society. Wanting feminists removed from power is a position men must now hold in order to defend themselves. I'm really upset that Change.org took off with my money that I donated towards this. This is basically taking my money I donated for my cause and flushing it down the toilet. I'm going to have to see if I can contact the site or my bank to get my money back from this. I already had a natural distrust for Change.org. I saw the early warning signs that showed their deep misandry. For example, you can go to the front page of Change.org and see them showing this glaring feminist petition for women to demand tax-free tampons, nestled in between generic petitions about banning plastic toys or the sale of factory-farmed eggs. The usual platitudinal, feel-good, virtue-signaling calls for change that don't really go anywhere, not as far as I can see. And you can see this is what Change.org wants to show off on their website. Also, Change.org had petition categories on their site that included women's rights, or more generically human rights, but no such category on their site for men's rights. These are the warning signs to me that Change.org is simply about amplifying women and their calls for more female supremacy, with some calls for feel-good change on the side that allow people to virtue signal and improve their image for networking in social circles. They don't want to show calls for real-world change that would help men, now do they? They especially don't want to be associated with petitions opposing the feminist status quo in society. Even though this current feminist hegemonic status quo is the main global cause of harm against men, and even harm against children and the elderly at the hands of women. So I was always suspicious of Change.org. I basically used it, along with the Pro-Male Collective, based on the off chance that we could raise some male issues on their platform and get them to take off. I even donated money here and there in the past to these male causes on Change's website, with the thought that these were genuine causes that were worthy of attention and activism. But it's clear to me now that Change.org have shown their hand. They're a feminist website. Petitions about ending the forced staying of men in Ukraine while the country is getting bombed, or about ending the World Health Organization's call to suspend life-saving vaccinations for boys, will not be getting anywhere on their site, mark my words. All it'll take is some feminist women to kick up a fuss and claim these petitions are misogynistic to get these petitions banned from the website. So, I am ready to wash my hands completely off this website. Let this be a warning that Change.org is a feminist-controlled website and bans petitions that oppose feminism and women's social dominance. I advise anyone listening here, if you ever have to use Change.org or still have to use it, never ever donate money to any petition on their site. You'll just be feeding money to a man-hating website that flushes your issues down the drain and holds you in contempt. That is all for now.